Today's learning objective is, I can figure out what a missing number is in an addition or subtraction problem. Today you're going to need your board that we created yesterday. It has two blank squares on the side of our balance. This is our little scale right here. Today we're only going to use the equal sign because we are going to make both sides of this scale equal. Both sides of the equation equal. I'm also going to use my hundreds chart to help me figure out some missing numbers today. So if it would be helpful for you, also have your hundreds chart handy. All right, we are going to use this question mark symbol today to cover numbers in our equations. And sometimes when we have equations, we don't have all the information that we need. A number is missing, but we can figure it out by just knowing. All we have to do is make sure both sides of the equal sign are the same. So today I'm going to hide numbers, and we are going to use our brains and our number charts, and we are going to find the missing numbers. Here's our first one. So on your paper or on your board, go ahead and write this. You're going to write 9 equals 4 plus something. If you don't have the workboard, you can just write that in your notebook. This is what we're solving for. We're solving for what's called an unknown. We don't know it. We don't know what it is, but we're going to solve for it. Most important thing when you see an equation like this is that we're not adding these two numbers together. 9 equals 4 plus something. We're not adding 9 plus 4. Because remember, the equal sign doesn't actually tell us what to do. The equal sign is waiting for you to make both sides of the sign the same. So we know that this side is 9, and we're not going to change that. We already know this side is 9. But this is the side we have to figure out. 4 plus something equals 9. So here we go. This is where I'm going to just get my hundreds chart, and I'm just going to count up. I could use my fingers too. So I'm at 4, but I have to get to 9. So I'm going to just count how many I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 4 plus 5 is going to equal 9. Let's check it. We did it. Great. So both sides are the same. And we know 4 plus 5 is 9. Okay. Now we're going to do that again. And this time I'm going to let you solve for the unknown. So let's take a look at this next one. On this side we have 5. 5 equals 10 minus something. So if you're writing in your notebook, you'll write 5 equals 10 minus something. Remember, I'm not doing anything together with these two numbers. I'm not adding 10 plus 5. I know this side of our equal sign is 5, so I leave that number alone. But I have to figure out this side. 10 minus something equals 5. If you had 10 cookies, how many do you need to take away to get to 5? So I'm going to get my hundreds chart back up here. You might do this in your brain. But I'm at 10, right? And I need to get to 5. So I'm going to count backwards down my numbers chart, and I'm going to see how many I count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 minus 5, if I go backwards 5 numbers, I get to 5. So 10 minus 5 must equal 5. 5 right there. Okay. Let's do it again. this time we're going to have an equation on both sides of our scale. And we have to balance the scale. Well, let's read this problem. This problem goes like this. 5 plus 7 equals 3 plus something. So let's start over here because we have all the information we need over here. So let's figure out what's 5 plus 7. I'm going to count up from 7. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 5 plus 7 is 12. So we know that for sure. And I'm done with this side. We don't cross the equal sign and do anything over here with the 3. What we have to do now we know like this, here's our scale, boom, this side is 12. But that side's only 3. So we have to add more to the 3 so that we can balance the equation. So I'm gonna just get my hundreds chart again. We know this side has to equal 12. I already have 3, so I'm gonna count up. I already have 3, but I need to get to 12. So I'm gonna just count how many spaces are in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 spaces. So I bet that's a 9. 3 plus 9 equals 12. Let's double check it. Put 9 in your brain, count up 3, 9, 10, 11, 12. We did it. We balanced the equation. Okay, let's do another one with equation on both sides. We'll go this way. Okay, there we go. So right now, we read this, 7 minus something equals 9 minus 3. I already have all the information I need over here, so I'm going to solve this side. 9 minus 3. 9 minus 3. 1, 2, 3 is 6. Okay, so here's our scale. Boom. We have 6 on this side, but we need to balance it over here. Actually, this one, boom. We have 7 on this side, but we need to get to 6. This needs to be 6. So 7 minus something is 6. And I already know what that is. I don't even need my hundreds chart. I know that 7 minus 1 will get me to 6. Now we are equal. 6 equals 6. All right, you guys are doing great. Here's the next one I want you to write. So you're going to write 4 plus 6 equals 2 plus something. We have to solve for that unknown. What's it going to be? Start over here. You already have all the information you need here. 4 plus 6 is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is 10. So I have to balance these two sides. So this side also has to equal 10. 2 plus something equals 10. Well, I know my friends of 10, so I already know what that number is. But we could also just know if I have to equal 10 and I already have 2, I could go back 2, or I could be at 2 and I could come up to 10. There's lots of ways to get there, counting forward or subtracting. But this number is going to be 8 because 2 plus 8 is 10. So knowing your friends of 10 on this one would be helpful. So if you wrote it in your notebook, you need to put an 8 in the space that you left blank. So now this equation is equal. 4 plus 6 equals 2 plus 8. We're going to do one last one together. Go this way again. Okay. One more subtraction one. So let's read it together. If you're writing it in your notebook, you're going to write 10 minus something equals 8 minus 1. Okay? Which side are you going to start on? Let's start here because we already know this answer. 8 minus 1 is 7. So I know this side of my equal side is 7. But now I have to make this side of the equal sign be 7. 10 minus something is 7. You might know it. Let's go back. I've got to get from 10 to 7, so I'm going to count backwards. 1, 2, 3. So 10 minus 3 should equal 7. Let's double check it. Hey, we found it. So 10 minus 3 equals 7. And now both sides of my equation are the number 7. All right. Well, that's it for solving equations. The most important thing to do is just remember that you have to keep both sides of the equal sign the same. You're not adding those numbers together. You're going to get all confused. If you do that, you have to make sure you're balancing the equation. There's some additional practice pages for you in today's lesson, and I hope you have fun solving the missing number. Bye.